I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
Niggas is feeling good. I mean, I feel good. I look good. Everything is good over here. How you feeling?
I feel good. We're both wearing brown-ish today.
Yeah, we're doing more of like
neutral. I like brown. I feel because I'm a brown-skinned woman, because I'm one person.
Are you only one person?
I mean, I have multiple personalities that talk to me in my head, but I don't think they're each different people.
They all are different people.
I mean, okay, they're not different bodies. They're just one body with multiple personalities. So does that make me a multi-personal person, or does that make a one body with multi-personalities?
Just like Whitney Houston said, I'm every woman. It's inside of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like multiple.
Do you ever have like those two times where you have those two voices in your head talking to each other?
No, they don't talk to each other. They don't talk to me.
Okay, well, damn.
I'm the deciding factor. That just means like you're crazy.
They be talking to my head. Sometimes when you think I'm listening, I'm staring at you, it's because I'm listening to two voices arguing in my head. I'm trying to figure out who I should listen to, because the two of them just going at each other. So let's get into some motherfucking story time before we get into this intro. So the story time was, there's this girl, she made a TikTok about how it is to be a second baby mama, and the text message the guy sent her was kind of mean. Was it mean or was it honest?
I feel like it was a little bit of both. I feel like like we always say, can two things not be true at once? Just because you don't want to participate in someone's life, you have to understand the possibility of you getting pregnant by having unprotected sex. Like, you're gonna be second baby mama. Like,
yeah. But being a second baby mama isn't always a bad thing. But I mean, if he was pretty much telling her he does not want this baby. Like, he was telling her he is not going to be in this child's life, and then she could just do whatever she wants with that information.
He wished that she hated him, so he does not reach to her. He said he's going to block her number, get a new number, X, Y, and Z. And then, so what I really wanted to talk about is really the comments that were going on after the video. Mm-hmm. There was more men attacking her, saying, "See, you need to choose better men," and close y'all's legs to men that do stuff like this. And like we always say, sometimes you don't always see someone's true colors, but why is it always the woman's priority to choose better and y'all not be better men?
Yeah, it's always our fault for the shortcomings of a man.
It's always.
But do you think the man's they showed her some signs of who he was as a person and she ignored them?
I think he probably absolutely did, because, like we always say, once you are away from the situation, you were able to dissect and see that there are some red flags that you probably overlooked because you're in love. But that doesn't negate the fact that
you need to be better people. Why do we have to be cautious of you, and why can't you just be a better person? And let's not act like guys who pretend to be great people until you get pregnant and it's too far along and you're like, oh shit, you're not who I thought you were. So it could be either way.
I was going to say, yeah. And I just felt like I can just keep saying it was extremely disgusting to see how men showed their true colors in the comments. Yeah. There are grown ass men arguing with women under a post about pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like something that y'all can't even get.
Yeah. It's weird how men feel like women who are single mothers, or women who participate in sex, or women who are sexual beings are somehow not deserving to find love, or we're not deserving to find good people or be in relationships.
That's exactly what they were saying. They were like, who wants to take care of somebody else's child? I'm like, but y'all are okay with coming with children, and we just have to accept it.
But my thing is, y'all make single mothers and then y'all mad about single mothers being single mothers. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Y'all don't want to marry these women because you don't want to believe in marriage. You still want to have sex. You want to have children, but then you're mad that there are single mothers out there when y'all constantly create them. So I don't know, girl. It's like a whole Nick Cannon effect. Like, all these Nick Cannons out in the world just have multiple baby mamas, and they have no problem with it because they know they are not going to be primarily taking care of the children.
Yeah, we already established that last week. So
it's real ghetto, and I hope she just finds the healing she needs, because damn, that sucks to be told all that while pregnant.
Oh, of course.
That's so sad.
Hopefully she has a really good village around her too.
Yeah.
Because being a single mother within itself, like, you lose so much of yourself being a mother, and now you have to wear more hats. Like, you're still a sister, you're still a this, you're still a that. And like we always say, when a man is a father. He's just a father.
Yeah. So what is the moral of the story? I guess don't be the second baby mama.
I think the moral of the story is, if you are not sure, abortion is always the option, or adoption. I mean, I feel like so many people want to say things like against it, but if you don't have that complete certainty, I feel like stop taking opinions of people that are not helping taking care of your child. Having a child is like a mental.
Go ahead and get rid of that baby, sis. Now.
Mental, physical, it's an overall thing that takes over you. So if you are not ready for that, and you're not ready for that, don't make the world ready for something that you're not.
But what they are ready for is that the girls are back at it again with another messy ass episode of Sip and Spill. We create conversations all while
sipping wine.
I go by the name of Thug Motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, loving light Teray.
And if you haven't already, follow us on all social networks at The Real Sip and Spill, at our Twitter, our Instagram, our Sip and Review. We send it and review it. Our Facebook, our Reels, our... What else? Did I miss anything? YouTube?
YouTube.
Merch.
Also, y'all, our YouTube been doing good. I don't know who's out there talking about us in rooms that we're not in, but thank you so much, because it's taking long enough.
It's taking long enough.
We are in double digits now.
Oh my goodness.
It took us so long to get to double digits. And it's not even just double digits. It's double digits times 4.
In one day.
We're hitting like 40, 50, 60. And I love that. So thank y'all so much. Also, don't forget our merch, our merch is out. It is the Real Spill. The
Real Sip and Spill shop.
Oh, shit.
Close enough. You tried.
Can't even tell niggas to fucking follow it if I can't even say it right. Shit, shame on me.
And
maybe it's because y'all haven't been fucking shopping. That's why I forgot the fucking name. So shop now. Okay?
Also at The Real Sip and Spill. You can find us at The Real Sip and Spill. Everything except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
And give us a 5-star rating because we're some 5-star bitches. Ow. So let's get into motherfucking would you rather. Okay. Would you rather have a condition where you masturbated uncontrollably in public or fart uncontrollably in public?
I'll fart. Farting is funny. Like, I don't know.
Uncontrollably?
Yeah. I would rather fart uncontrollably than always have to fucking pull my fucking vagina out, put my fingers in my vagina.
Masturbation doesn't mean fingering.
What does it all entail?
You can rub your clit. That's masturbating. You don't have to go full force and put a whole finger in there.
I don't masturbate. So what is the proper...
You should masturbate.
I don't.
I think masturbating releases hormones that are very important to you. Makes you feel good. I masturbated 3 times today.
So does sex. So I'm going to go with that hormone. Okay. So would you rather be forced to relive the same day for 3 years, or would you rather take 3 years off of your life?
Can I choose a day?
No, you can't. You just have to keep reliving a certain day in your life for 3 years.
Well, I hope it's damn. Well, I'm gonna say 3 years. The same day, because I'm really hoping it's going to be when I was in Mexico. I can just relive those Mexico days or Jamaica days or any time on vacation.
You don't get to choose the days, though.
I know. I'm saying I hope it's going to be one of those days.
So what if it was the worst day of your life that was chosen?
Well, but that's the thing. You don't go that far to know which day it is.
But you don't know what day it is.
Well, I'm going to still choose it because there's only been a couple. There's been more good days than bad days. So I like that.
I'm going to go with it. Take 3 years off my life. I feel like anything repetitive would just really drive me fucking crazy. Like even when I'm watching movies where they're really, I was like, yo, this shit's not driving y'all crazy, because it's driving me crazy. So yeah, let's get into some wine facts so we can get some motherfucking tea time.
Tea time.
So I got this, y'all, today. So, we've been doing really bad. So let's stay on trend of how bad we've been doing when it comes to wine facts. Today we are drinking butter. It is a Chardonnay. It's a twisty, so easy, convenient. I knew that Sammy's been waiting for a white girl, so I thought I was going to bring one into her life. So you see this bottle? Isn't it packaged really pretty?
It's warm.
Yeah, I got it today.
Okay.
You can drink Chardonnay actually warm as well.
Okay.
I looked it up because at first I was like, I don't know if I should get this. I don't know if I should get this. So we all know Chardonnays. They're buttery. They go well with cheese. They go well with seafood. And we're just going to try it. And it's a 2020 California Chardonnay called Butter.
Did you get it at a gas station?
No, I got it at fucking Target.
Okay.
I'm going to pour it my fucking self first. How dare you?
Because I asked, you got it at a gas station?
You clearly saw me pull out Target bags and you going to ask me.
Girl, I did not see you pull out Target bags.
You wasn't paying attention then.
I was not.
May I have your glass, ma'am? Trying to disrespect me in front of company. I only did it one time. One time.
And then you did it again.
No, I didn't.
I said, and you would do it again.
Oh, I sure the fuck would, because you deserve it at this point. Shit.
Cheers to another messy ass episode. Oh.
This is really sweet for a Chardonnay.
It tastes like butter.
This is really sweet. I'm not mad at this. Because usually Chardonnay is like dry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this. Okay, butter. I really thought this is the one that I had when I went to Steak 48, but I'm not sure. Because I was literally looking for that Chardonnay. That Chardonnay was everything.
Yeah?
Loved it.
All right.
It was everything. So let's get into some motherfucking tea time.
Tea motherfucking time.
So Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Question before we get into it. Do you think Dwayne The Rock Johnson is black?
Does he look black? Yes. Do I think he's black? No.
Okay.
Is he black?
I know he's biracial.
Isn't he Somalian or something?
And then
like that?
black too. There's black somewhere in there.
What is he? And isn't Somalian kind of black?
Samoans are indigenous people, so take that how you see it. Indigenous means native to the land. So
I mean, but the first people that were here on this earth were black, so that means he is full black.
I don't know.
Because you know who else is Samoan? Jason Momoa. Do you consider him black?
Absolutely not.
Can you look up and see if Samoan is black? I'm curious. I need to know.
But the thing is, you can be racially black and Samoan and racially white and Samoan. So it's just your race.
Just like Asian.
Yeah. So his ethnicity is still Samoan. Yeah, but doesn't make his race black. So is Dwayne The Rock Johnson black? I will consider him as black as I could consider Janae Aiko. Because he panders to the black culture. He, a little bit.
But you said he has a black parent.
I don't know if he has a full black parent.
Can you see if he has a full black parent?
I think his dad's biracial too. Do you know his dad was a wrestler too?
I mean,
he comes from a long line of wrestlers. His whole family's fucking big. No.
Nova Scotian. What is Nova Scotian? Is that white? Nova. Oh shit. Nova.
And they say that Samoan people have 110 melanin in their skin, and many of them have nappy hair. So.
What's 110 melanin? We have numbers of melanin.
Nova Scotian is Latin for New Scotland, so it's like.
That's white.
That's white.
So his dad is biracial.
Yeah.
And his mom is Samoan. So he's like Janae.
He's black.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to say he's black, he's black. Has Dwayne Johnson ever said he was black?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Jaden Smith is black and said he's not black. So
he's a Smith. Come on now. Isn't he like fake gay too? Like there's a lot of shit going on.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
But I mean, the thing is, Dwayne, his name is fucking Dwayne Johnson. That's not a black name. That's a very black name.
That's very much black.
But also, he does lean to his black side. Like he
definitely does.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I feel like he might be.
He's just racially ambiguous.
I just don't like that word.
Yeah, but he is though.
Yeah, he really is. He's like a mixing pot.
He is, and he can ponder to white and black people. And he was a fucking wrestler.
Yeah,
with a whole white fan base.
Yeah,
John Cena was blacker than him.
Crying.
In my opinion, did you see the way John Cena dressed? John Cena dressed like he was a Dallas nigga, like for real.
It's the jean shorts.
It's the jean shorts and the rapping and the thickness. He was anyway. So back to our motherfucking tea time. Dwayne The Rock Johnson made a comment about how he was in an interview with Kevin Rock, which was Kevin Hart.
I'm sick.
Who's Kevin Rock?
The nigga that got slapped by one of the Smiths.
Chris Rock. Okay.
That was right, Kevin Rock?
His name was Chris Rock.
Chris Rock? Is his brother named Kevin Rock?
Maybe.
Why are we fucking up everything so badly?
I don't know. Maybe because we didn't take enough shots. So there was a interview question with Kevin Rock. Kevin Hart! And it's an old interview too, so the way that it just resurfaced was kind of funny. So they asked if you can be anyone's pet, who would you be?
Any celebrities. Any
celebrity's pet, who would you be? And he immediately, without any hesitation, said Meg the motherfucking Stallion, which I understand completely.
Yeah.
And
would you let her walk you like a dog?
I'll let Megan do whatever she wants to me. And the interview was like, great answer. Why? And he was like, we're not going to get into that, which we all know why.
Exactly.
So,
like, I feel like he think that Meg can pick him up and like kiss him or something.
Oh my God, Megan's not strong like that.
But I feel like, I mean, if you want, like, when you're a dog, you get...
She didn't even say, the interviewer didn't even say dogs. They said pets.
Oh, pet.
That person retweeted, they just put dog in there. They just, you know how the internet is. That's not even what was said. They said pet.
They said a pet?
Yes.
Damn. So it doesn't even matter what kind of pet.
Yeah, it didn't matter. He could be an alligator. He could be a fish.
Alligators are not pets, babe.
Tell that to white people. But we all know why he said the answer.
What celebrity pet would you be? Or who would you want to be?
I'll be Rihanna's pet.
I feel like Rihanna's pet would have so much fun.
So much. Like, I'll be treated like a princess. I'll be a bad bitch. Rihanna is a bad bitch. So she will take her animal like a bad bitch.
Y'all, I feel like I might get slack for saying this, but I feel like I will be living a very good life being a Kardashian pet.
You live a great life being a Kardashian pet.
Like,
you know why people love their animals.
Dogs. So,
yeah.
Animal in general.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will get my own Instagram. I'll be more famous than most of y'all motherfucking people.
Yeah. You'll be rich as hell too.
And will be. Like, I'll get all the bills. Because you know one thing about Kris Jenner, she gonna make sure if you in that family, you getting a check.
You getting a check.
So
dog gonna have his own show.
I'm gonna be dog Kardashian. Kardashian doggy. Roof, roof.
All right.
So earlier we were dissecting this. We didn't get too deep into it, but there was a couple that just got married, but they shared their first date at Popeyes. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, us as the great researchers and like, what are we? Instagram journalists? That's what we call ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So we deep dove. Not me, but Samantha did. And she saw that they had a nice house, nice cars, you know, that they're able to, like, you know, live a very luxurious life. But their first date happened to start at Popeyes.
Yeah. So they met on Hinge during the pandemic and she canceled out the first couple of days. Then they met up at a Popeyes and they ended up staying there for so long. He went to KFC to get more food because they just had a great talk, you know, on the caption, he said, on their wedding day, he said, never felt pressure to take you for no expensive days, spend a lot of money, just good conversations, you know, and we're seeing that like, oh my God, why is this man so happy to say he got his bitch on a discount, you know? but he's not saying he won't do it. He said he never felt pressure to do it. So he could be doing all these things. He just didn't feel the pressure to do it.
Also, but when you put in context of it was during the pandemic, there wasn't much shit you could do unless you wanted to go over his house and Netflix and chill, but they're grown as hell. So of course they're not going to want to do that during the pandemic. And what were they like? I think 44 and 30. He was
10 years older than her. So he's 44 and she's 34.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe, you know, because men love to test us all the time and see what kind of woman they're dealing with. He probably wanted to make it seem like she wasn't materialistic or those things didn't matter to her. She clearly showed it doesn't matter to her. Because I would not, respectfully, I don't care what walk of life or how much money you make. I'm not doing a first date
at a Popeyes.
Like, I feel like we got to be more creative than that. If we got to wear masks.
But she's married and we're not. So maybe her accepting the Popeyes date is to get the man. Because, I mean, I don't know if this nigga got money or not because they do have a nice house and he did propose in Barbados. But why did his friend have to buy the ring? Do you not have enough money to buy her a ring? So maybe the person who has a money relationship is her and the house is under her number. I mean, her name and everything.
But we don't know
We don't know that. Because I feel like if you could afford the Barbados trip, why can't you afford to buy her own ring? And then if you can afford to buy her own ring, why is the date at Popeyes? It's just a lot of broke nigga energy with a lot of rich nigga energy too at the same time. Or maybe it's broke nigga energy with rich bitch energy.
I don't know. Like,
maybe she's accepting, maybe she's marrying down. Like, let's be honest. Like,
but we don't know that. We don't know. Maybe he's one of those niggas that got money, but he didn't want to show that he had money. Because like we say, most men nowadays don't feel like they have to court women accordingly. They feel like they're going to, this is why dating sucks for most people. Everyone dates people like a one size fits all. And you can't date every bitch the same.
Right.
Like, one nigga I'ma take me to fucking expensive restaurants because you can afford the luxury of doing that and you're going to court me. Some niggas will do something more simple like an arcade date. But it just depends on the kind of nigga. I'm gonna say it depends on the nigga and the vibe that you give me. If you give me more of a fun vibe and like we can probably do something like that and it won't take too much, good. But if it's someone that I'm like trying to see like, you know, where we at? Can we have
make niggas we don't like as much work harder? Let's be honest.
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like yes and no, because I feel like even niggas that I do like, I try to put some pressure on her, and if it doesn't, follow through, I'm gonna do the shit I want to do with a nigga that I don't really like that much. And, I might end up liking you. Shit.
Okay.
All right.
That's true. Our liking can change at any moment.
Oh my God.
I can like you one day and then not like you the next day.
Hello.
It's so crazy.
And I'm gonna say it can literally go from not liking you at all until you're like, damn.
I like you.
That's my nigga.
That's my nigga. Right. Yeah. So, there was a picture going on about Corday, which, did you know Corday and Naomi recently broke up?
Naomi who?
Nasaka? No, Nasaka? I don't remember her. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
The one
tennis player?
Tennis player? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They were dating? Didn't know that.
For like a year plus, I want to say.
Not long anymore in our time.
I feel like a year plus is long for celebrities.
Is it?
Yeah. For Pete Davidson and Kim already broken up.
Girl, you wanted to talk about that shit so bad.
Fucking Kanye and his little white bitches broke up in 2 days.
The family's getting back together.
Honestly, it might happen. Honestly, they need to be. They're both weird.
They're fucking weird. Yeah.
They both deserve each other. Fucking weird ass people. Freaking Miami and Diddy's on and off every other week. So I feel like celebrity marriages, celebrity relationships don't last that long. For a year plus, celebrityhood is long to me.
Okay, so Corday and Naomi broke up.
But that's besides the point. There's a picture floating around of him, and he gained like about 40 pounds plus, and they made it apparent to let the whole world know how much weight he gained and, whatever. And he was like, damn, why y'all so loud for it? And I'm like, why? Why did y'all have to post that? Like, yeah, he gained weight, but who cares? You don't know what he's going through. And it's just like, honestly, I don't like when people have mentioned people's weight gains, because me, of a person whose weight goes up and down all the time, it's like, yeah, dude, I fucking know I gained weight. I'm trying to do something about it. Like, you don't have to fucking point it out, but he's a celebrity. So yeah, the thing's different. But that kind of brings us to our topic of conversation, is like beauty standards. Like, even like with men, they have to deal with it. I feel like men kind of have to deal with it differently when they're a celebrity, and when they're not a celebrity, they don't have to deal with it at all.
I feel like,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like in general, like beauty standards, like we're going to get into later, I just feel like it's a difference for men. No one ever looks to a man to be beautiful unless on some,
I feel like only when they're celebrities, like actors, like Jonah Hill, he gets made fun of for being overweight. You know, when Denzel Washington gained weight. When what's his name, the guy from Wakanda, for Chad, when he lost a lot of weight. You know,
and then what was it? I think it was like Hugh Jackman too.
Anyone is a celebrity. Regular niggas, they don't get bad shit for it.
But I feel like the standard of what you're supposed to look like as a celebrity is like you're supposed to look unhuman. Because you know how we always say like, oh my God, Chad Michael Murray is so fucking fine. Why can't I see a white man like that in real life? We put them on this unrealistic standard of what you're supposed to look like. Because even when they do, I think, is it Times that do the most attractive person of the year?
Yeah.
Like they set the standard of what beauty is of the year and or of the times. Or, so yeah, of course they're going to be judged more harshly because people want to look like you. Yeah. That's the whole point.
Okay.
So do you want to define what beauty standards are?
So beauty standard is a variable standard at what it means to be attractive. And when I was looking it up, it kept saying feminine beauty standard, feminine. It was, even when I put male beauty standard, feminine beauty standards kept popping up. So I guess when people relate to beauty standards, they only think of women, and there was a scientific research done about what the perfect face is, like the scientific numbers of the perfect face, and it matches to Bella Hadid. She has like what you say the most perfect face, which she is beautiful.
Very beautiful.
But
and her mother's beautiful as fuck too.
Yeah. And I didn't even know she was from like Iran or something. Like she's like,
she's not.
She is a white woman, but she's not like a regular white woman. But anyways, so it always goes back to like, I guess, whiteness, because like it's the measurement of the nose, measurement of the lips, measure of the eyes. Those are things that white Eurocentric standards tend to be like, and that is supposed to be the perfect face.
So what do you feel like the beauty standard is?
Honestly, I think it's hard to answer, because the beauty standard for me is not the regular beauty standard. I think the regular beauty standard is a white blonde haired woman is a beauty standard. What people seem to be beautiful. Or actually, I think now that the times are changing, I think the beauty standards are racially ambiguous women. When you look like you have black in you. I
was going to say that. I feel like more so recently the beauty standard has turned from being extremely Eurocentric, where it's like straight hair, straight face, like fair skin into something that's more exotic. Or like, when people can't tell what you are, it makes you more intriguing to them. They want to talk to you.
They like it when you have a little bit of curly hair.
Yeah.
Your lips are kind of full, but not too full. You know, you have light skin, but you can't tell if you're mixed or biracial or
and I feel
something
like,
else.
honestly, for me, for a woman, that shit is kind of weird to me. I'm like, I know it's none of my business to know what you are, but sometimes I like, literally, this is one girl that I work with, and I was like, I was like, what are you? I said, are you black? She was like, no, I'm Native American. Like, cause I feel like people that are not black get so offended when you ask them if they're black.
Oh my God. People that are not black hate being called black.
They're like, what? Like, and they feel like they like,
even
like,
actual black people hate. When you call a Dominican and Puerto Rican black,
they get so offended. And I feel like,
bitch, you a nigga just like me.
And I feel like it's so fucking weird that it's cool to be black until you are black.
Yeah.
So I feel like like I said, we put on like a trend, or we're like fetishized, or like, our beauty standard only has a certain extent. When if I can make the beauty standard, what I would shape the beauty standard to be would be that authentically just what we are now is okay. And it's getting better, but it hasn't always been that way, Do you feel like the beauty standard is getting better for our mental health in black communities, or no?
No, not at all.
Really?
I think the natural hair movement helped, but we still have body dysmorphia. We get our BBLs, we get our lipos, we get our we get our nose job. So it's
like accepting one thing does not make it.
So the natural hair thing helped, but then we still have all these other beauty standards that it's still toxic in our community. So we see how these like girls walk in with these terrible BBLs. So it's like, we traded one for the other, it feels like.
It really does feel that way.
Because back in the 2000s, it was okay to look natural with your body, but your hair had to be, or you had to have a certain like whiteness to you. Now you can be black as hell, but just have a big ass booty and a flat stomach, which is also
considered
not real.
Yeah. So how do you think that the beauty standard started as Eurocentric? Like, what about Eurocentric features is so strong that is global? Like, it's not global. I was gonna say it's not just a American thing.
I don't think it's anything about Eurocentric features that's so strong. I think it's colonization.
Yeah,
is what it is. That's all it is. It's white people. I mean, the British people fucking
took over everywhere.
Yeah, that's why they're not allowed to. Like, I don't know what it's called, but they don't have an ocean or whatever because they literally block them off because they were colonizing so fucking much. They're like, y'all niggas got to stay in the UK because y'all are getting out of hand. So they went to India, they went to Africa, they went to Asia, teaching their ways. So because they are putting these things in their natives' mind, that became the beauty standard to be like these white people who came to our country and civilized us, quote unquote. But I don't know how you civilize people who are already civilized.
That's a fact.
But it's neither here or there.
Yeah, I think it's because, in my opinion, I feel like it's became Eurocentric because of racism. Because I feel like they felt so inferior that they gave the idea that they were superior.
I don't think they felt inferior. They were taught they were inferior. They were called savages. They were told that they were less than.
No, I'm saying I feel like white people feel inferior, but they're masking their inferiority as superior, like try to press theirs. That's why most Eurocentric people or European people, white people, let's just say white people, let's call them what they are. Okay. They want to procreate with people that are not of the same race as them. Yeah. Because they're the fastest dying out race. Also, because if we're going to be real, like with the whole abortion thing, we said the reason why they canceled abortions is because most people that were getting abortions were white people. Women. Mm-hmm. And they are trying to make a more longer suited fit, like white community, Mm-hmm. And just like that one, documentary we watched together, Our Father, that one dude who was impregnating all these women because he wanted to make more white babies.
Mm-hmm. He ain't touched one black bitch.
He literally said that. He said that was his it was like a cult. I don't know what it was called. Yeah. His only thing was to create more white kids.
And all the ladies he impregnated all had the same look.
They were all like, I think it was like blonde hair, blue eyes. Mm-hmm. I think all of them he did do that. I'm not sure. I can't remember because that was like maybe
I think some of them had dark hair, but for the most part, it was the same type of looking woman. Yeah.
And then when he finally met all of his children, the only thing he wanted to know was, were they successful? Mm-hmm. What do they do? How many kids they have? Like, that's all he mattered. Like, all that mattered to him.
Yeah. Not what kind of people they are, their personalities, whatever. Just, did I do a good job of
procreating and just letting you out into the world?
Yeah. So how do you think this Eurocentric beauty standard affects us as people, like globally also?
So what we were talking about, what we were trying to get into globally, I feel like it's because most humans, well, even just in America, we don't feel like how we look is enough. We always either want more or to take away from ourselves. Like saying women that have big noses are getting like nose jobs, like people that are in Iran or people that like, have more of like, you can see they're native, like anything that makes you look
like your race
or
your ethnic group.
Yeah, it literally, it makes you feel less than, because even Asians who are coming all, like any race actually, but mostly I know for Hispanics and Asians, even Indians, where you are different ranges of colors, just like Black people. You come from, you either are light or you're fucking our color.
Yeah.
And people are bleaching their skin because it's considered to be undesirable being your skin color. And I feel like it affects me more personally just because, like I said, I've never felt like I was ever the ideal beauty type because of my skin color. Not because I felt like I was ugly. I never in life felt like I was ugly, but because my skin was darker than people that I was around and I wasn't aesthetically pleasing because of that, I felt like I was ugly when I knew I wasn't ugly.
Yeah, 100%. Same way.
And it's like we keep saying, the pretty for a Black girl or pretty for, it's not a compliment. It's an insult.
It is.
It does way more harm than it does good. Like, who wants to be the exception to the rule?
And let's talk about the way y'all compliment us Black girls, because I work at a mostly white people bar, and this man was trying to get a spice rum, right? And he wanted a dark spice rum. And I'm like, look, I was helping him get it. And he was like, oh, can I get the one that's dark and spicy? Oh, not like you. And I'm like, I ignored it the first time because, I was like, whatever.
Dark and spicy, not like you?
Girl, I ignored it the first time. And then
he had to make sure you heard it. He had to make sure you responded.
And then when I pour the drink for him, I give it to him. He's like, are you dark and spicy? And I just looked at him. I was like, if I didn't say anything the first time, what makes you think the second time I was going to be receptive to it?
Dark and spicy. That is.
I need all non-Black people to take a class on how to flirt with Black girls. Please take a class, because the way y'all do it,
just don't flirt with us. It's okay.
No, it's okay because you think we're fine and you want to flirt with us. It's fine. I'll take it. But I just need you to just flirt appropriately. Don't tell me I'm dark and spicy, or don't ask me if I'm dark and spicy.
Is it flirting or is it fetishizing? Because I feel like most people, they have that fantasy of like being with a Black woman.
I think it's flirting, and they just don't know. They know they like us, but they are not used to us, so they don't know how to approach us appropriately. So they say,
I wonder how they flirt with white women. Like,
they don't call them dark and spicy. They talk to them regular because they see white women as regular people that they can talk to.
They feel like that's the norm.
See us as something that's intimidating to talk to. So they get dumb in the mouth and they get flustered and they say things that are like about our race because they think we're going to be receptive to it. But instead of just talking to us like we're a white woman, it also works too. So please, I think I'm going to host a class. I'm going to charge you on $39.99 each.
Why $39? That's very specific.
Because don't you remember those commercials when you were kids?
Like $19.99.
Yeah, just like 4 small payments of $19.99.
That was Apple. That was Klarna before Klarna even came out.
So yeah, I'm gonna charge you $39.99 for this class on how to flirt with Black girls, and I promise at the end of it, you will find yourself spending money on a beautiful Black girl.
I feel that.
Also, we perm our hair. Not so much anymore. Now I'm so glad we don't. We don't put that crack in our hair no more. The creamy crack. But we did that for a long time. I feel like also, what's his name? Chris Rock made a whole documentary about good hair, about the whole perm the hair thing. So yeah, I feel like I'm glad about the natural hair movement because I haven't permed my hair in years.
Same. I'm just saying, what else have I feel like it affected? Because I feel like most
contacts is the reason why we wear colored contacts.
Colored contacts.
I wore colored contacts until I was 25.
Yeah, I wore it in middle school, so I'm not gonna knock it. But anyone at this grown ass age, y'all just love the way y'all look because we're all beautifully made.
14 to 25, I had green contacts.
I was gonna say that's and even how we did our hair, like like we said, you're wearing long straight hair. We're wearing blonde hair. We're wearing makeup that's lighter than our skin to X, Y, and Z. And then another thing, what else do I feel like people do? I feel like beauty standards also makes it like sometimes your friend groups that you hang out with. Okay. You want to be around
aesthetically pleasing friends
that are,
so you can get in them sections, have all bad bitches, get access.
Because I'm saying, because if you don't have a good looking set of friends, that's not gonna happen for you. And your friends have to. Because I know this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but like that man is dark as can be, but every woman that he seeks out or tries to talk to is like so fair skinned, but they have to be black, but they have to be fair skinned black. Like I've never, because I've seen like there's girls that I thought would be a good match with him. I'm like, oh, she's cute. He's like, yeah, but I don't want her. I want this one. I was like, why? I think she's really pretty. I said, you don't think she's pretty too? Because I feel like when you say a dark skinned girl's pretty, it's like, oh yeah, she is cute, but I don't want her.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that? And you know, that's why we always say that it's always a dark skinned person and a light skinned person together.
Yeah.
It's never, and when we see two dark skinned people together.
Me. I like dark skinned guys.
When we see two dark skinned people together, we're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I love dark skinned men. Dark skinned men don't like me.
Yeah, dark skinned guys love me.
They do not. And if they do, they're African. And I don't like African men. So look at us now. Here, I'm gonna give you some more.
Yeah. All right. So do you feel like we fit the beauty standard?
Do I feel like we fit the beauty standard?
Yeah.
Before I would say no, but I would say yes now only because I think now I feel like the darker you look when you're a model, it's like you're so rich. Like, you know, when people like post really, really dark skinned girls that are models, but they're like disgustingly beautiful. Like they have very Eurocentric features, very skinny, like what they used to like, but they're like super dark skinned. You know, like people like, who is it? Ducky. Mm-hmm. Like,
I feel like that's an exception to the rule.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. The standard is now at least dark skinned women are looked at. So, because before dark skinned women, like we said, paper bag test and all that good shit, it wasn't even a question. Like you weren't even in the fucking running.
Okay.
When they say representation matters, it absolutely fucking does. Because seeing someone that's the same skin tone as me or someone darker, like when Black Panther came out, I know y'all niggas was doing it on some like real fetishizing shit. They were like, oh my God, Lupita's so fucking cute. Granted, I don't think she's that cute, but I think that, you know, she's a great actor. But I feel like because, you know, it was trending to be strong Nubian queens at that time, let's be real. Because I'm not saying she's ugly, but she's not, in my opinion, what would be considered the most, you know, attractive person. Ducky, yes, because of like what we've been trained to see as beautiful, you know? So that's how I feel about it. How do you feel about it?
Do I feel like I am the beauty standard? I feel like my personality, the way I act, the way my body is, the way my lips look is the beauty standard. It's just not the beauty standard in my skin tone. I feel like when all these things that I am are in someone with the lighter skin tone as me, it's looked at as good. And when me with all this, with my skin tone, it's not looked at as, you know, the beauty standard. So yeah, I think I am the beauty standard when the woman's not black.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why, like, even when we looked it up, they gave Kim Kardashian the for making
the prototype of for making big BBLs.
Yeah, for making big butts popular. I was like, you're giving white women the credit for making big butts popular. So that just shows me that black women have been,
even when they got braids, like the Bo Derek braids.
Bo Derek braids.
Like, Bo Derek braids.
You mean
box
cornrows?
Braids? Like stuff like that. Like how are y'all giving people credit that did nothing?
Yeah, so that just showed me there, like, yes, my body type is the standard when it's not on my skin tone.
That's a fact.
Because they still want the big, like, they give credit for Kylie Jenner for making big lips popular. What the fuck? The bitch that be overlining her lips give the credit for making big lips popular?
Like, she doesn't wake up like that. She literally gets fillers to look like that. And she literally, like, that's why they procreate with black people. And like, I remember she had like a interview. She's like, Stormy has the most perfect lips. I'm like, you are fetishizing over your fucking child of the shit that you wish that you had.
Yeah, and that you to pay for.
That shit is crazy to me. Travis Scott gave that shit to her because he got some big ass ugly lips. Okay, that man is ugly. So let's talk about how the beauty standards have changed.
You said that Travis Scott's ugly?
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
He gives me ashy.
He gives me dirty.
You think he dirty? I don't know if he's dirty, but he gives ashy.
Like, you know those people that got like ash around their lips and stuff?
He gives ashy,
and and I correlate with dirty. Like that's
just maybe he just over salivates, you know, that he can't help it. But he don't put lotion between his toes.
he gives me he don't wash with a rag. That's nor here nor there. So how did beauty standards, how have they changed over the years?
Girl, beauty standards has changed so much over the years. Because remember when white women used to cry if their butt was big?
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It's so big. Like, that's not what they're saying anymore. They're saying, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It's so big.
Yeah, because it's in the 90s, it was cool to be skinny. Like I'm saying.
Even in movies, like even like the way, like, okay, for back in the early 2000s in movies and shows, Aaliyah was a beauty standard. Very natural looking.
Jada Pinkett Smith was.
Jada Pinkett Smith, all that natural skinny look. Nia Long.
Like the super petite.
Yeah.
Like straight hair or short, like really pixie cut
being petite was a thing. Even like in the music videos back in the day with the video vixens,
most of the girls were like skinny,
all skinny, small breasts, small whatever, very light makeup, very natural looking.
That's even crazier to me. That the beauty standard used to be just natural. And now 20 plus years later, the beauty standard is BBLs.
Yeah.
It is long weave, long lashes, long
30-inch bust down, long nails.
Like everything has to be extra. Because yesterday I was out with these people and I was talking about, because when we were on the phone, I was like, I need to get my lashes done. And then this dude looked at me, he's like, niggas do not pay attention to that shit. He was like, if you had no lashes, I would know. But he's like, you having to get like a refill, that shit doesn't, I say honestly, women's beauty standards started with trying to appease men, but then it turned into we just started liking it because we started seeing the attention you get when you do that shit.
From other bad bitches.
Exactly. Like, but not even just bad bitches, anyone in general. Like having your lashes done and someone's like, oh my God, your lashes look so fucking good. Like, my ex-boyfriend, he would just be like, I never really paid attention to lashes, but the fact that I always see them, I mean, he's like, I could only imagine what you look like without them.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know.
We've been getting our lashes done for the last 2 years straight. Like,
no breaks.
Well, I mean, I took a break a little bit.
I never take breaks, but you always like taking breaks with nails.
I take breaks.
No, I said you were not about to see this in natural form.
I take breaks. I take nail breaks and lashes breaks, but we are pretty constant of getting like our lashes done all the time. Once you get into the lash life, I don't know anything else. Like I can't get out of it.
When you get into the soft life, of your self-care, because I feel like these are all things that we like. They just happen to be attached with beauty standards.
Okay.
Because I feel like years ago, would I get this done?
Years ago, we were not getting our lashes done or
years
stuff
ago,
like that.
I don't think I was getting my nose done as frequently either. I feel like my upkeep was not that much because, I mean, I could make it because all I had was a really good body. That's really what I needed to slide through the door.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the video that I sent you with America's Next Top Model. And let's talk about how toxic America's Next Top Model was, but we didn't know it's because we were kids.
Facts.
And is Tyra the villain?
Tyra's always been the villain. I told you.
She's the villain.
That bitch with that big ass forehead has always been the fucking villain.
Tyra's a villain. So there was a clip that came up with this beautiful black woman, and she was 26, and they were just talking about how she was a plus size and how her
she's
top
26
was
and tall. You have to put the idea of what she kind of looked like.
Yeah, she's 26 tall, slender. I mean, to me, she was extremely thin. I'm not gonna say extremely thin, but she's probably like a size 2. She was not a big woman at all. And they would kept making comments about how she's a plus size model. She's plus size. And these are people who are overweight, because that French bitch was overweight. Janice Dickinson was like, what? Oh,
I think Janice Dickinson was the only person that said that she wasn't overweight.
No, Janice said she was overweight.
Okay.
The only person that didn't make a comment about her weight was Tyra, but she did make a comment about how she was big on top. She's like, I wish her top matched her bottom because she's so big on top, but so small on the bottom.
No, she said she's small on top.
Small on top, but so big in the bottom, right? But everyone else kept making a comment about how she was overweight. She's a plus size model. Oh, and then they after making constant comments about her weight, they then bash her for not wanting to take a nude picture. They're like, oh, I wish you took this nude picture to show off your body, but bitch, you've been calling me fat since I started this episode, the show.
Yeah.
And now you're shocked that I don't want to show off my fat ass body. Like, can you imagine being a fucking size 2? The bitch probably weighed 130 pounds. Yeah. And they're telling you that you're plus size.
But you remember when I told you the ideal woman, when I looked it up, is considered 5'5", between 120 and 135 pounds.
That's so skinny.
With a 26 bust.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
That's a child.
I'm at least 32. Like, I'm 32 up here.
Yeah.
Like, I think. I don't know. I might be lying. It might be rumors. Who knows? But
that's a child. Sounds like a child's body.
I mean, white people fetishize kids. So maybe that's probably why that was the beauty like standard for so fucking long.
Yeah. So yeah, the video was just like a lot of just degrading and making her feel bad for having a little bit of like love. Not even a little bit of love handles.
She didn't have love handles.
Yeah.
She just had hips.
Hips, yeah.
She wasn't like a straight box. Like in comparison, she probably was a skinnier version of Marilyn Monroe. But
her body type would be the type now and then. Yeah. Right now, because she was skinny and then she had like hips and it came out. So I
had a flat stomach.
And she had a flat stomach. Like
and her ass was not poking. It was just there.
Sitting.
It was there.
She looked like she had a normal, nice
natural body.
And they were trying to convince me and her that she was plus size and that she shouldn't be on a show, that she needs to be working for something else because I'm like, this bitch is not plus size. If she's plus size, am I a fucking hippopotamus?
Yes, we are. Yes, absolutely we are. Without a doubt. So social media does play a big role in how we see beauty standards. So how do you feel like that has affected us in general with everything like our body image and stuff?
I think social media affected beauty standards because we are surprised when people don't look exactly how they look like on Instagram.
Facts.
Like, for example, there was a video of Nicki performing. She had a little poke to her, she's in her 40s almost. She had a kid.
Is she pregnant again too right now?
She was joking.
Oh, okay.
She's almost 40. She's had a kid. I don't expect a woman that's like that to have a perfectly flat stomach. It's just not realistic to me. And I think Nicki Minaj looks fine exactly the way she is. But because she doesn't look like her Instagram pictures and she had a little poke, y'all were like digging at her and poking like, oh my God, like, is she pregnant? What is going on? Her stomach's not completely flat. That's not realistic. Most people's stomach isn't completely flat. They only look like that on Instagram and on pictures because you only post the best versions of yourself.
Absolutely.
You're not going to post a version of yourself when you walk into the store or how ghetto you look like when you're just making your midnight runs. Like, that's not what you post. So it's like we have to get into the idea that these people on the internet, they use Facetune, they edit, they do all these things to make themselves look a certain way. And when they don't look that way in real life, you can't be shocked because that's not real.
And I like to say I applaud those people that are on Instagram that would be like, Instagram is fake. Like they'll show you like a picture, like just angles will change.
How much it changes.
How much your body will look different.
And people who post how much your body changes during the day because like your morning stomach isn't the same as
your night stomach.
Yeah.
And I just feel like social media plays a extremely horrible role in what you should place as a standard for yourself, because we always say comparison is the thief of joy. And if you constantly keep saying, well, this girl's on Fashion Nova, because a lot of even things that we go in online shopping is misleading because they'll say,
yes, bitch.
They're like, this is a size small. So we're like, okay, well, in normal clothes, I might be this, but I'm like, this girl, they're like, this model is 5'6", 130 something pounds. And we're like, okay, well, I'm at least 5'6". So I try to compare it to that. That's what I'm saying. You can't go off of that because these bitches are wearing binders. Yeah. These women are wearing they have to show their best viewing self on the internet.
These bitches got BBLs and lipos too. Yeah. So she might be your weight and your size, but her body's different because her body is made.
And so, yeah. I'm gonna say also, because like a person can be the same weight as you, but be a different height than you. And y'all body types are different. Like body types fluctuate by just the simple fact of genetics. Like I can be at my heaviest like 145 and it won't look like 145 unless it's on her because she's taller than me. When I tell people I'm 145 and I'm short, no one would know I'm 145. They're like, where's it go? And I'm like, y'all don't see this stomach? Because it's like when I'm shorter, it's more compact. So when you say you're 145, they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. They're like, you can't be 145. Yeah. But it's like when people are taller, they usually do way more. And then people that are shorter, when they do way more, you see it more. Mm-hmm. That's true. So with social media and how it takes a play of how we view everything, it also is about how we view our friends and ourselves. So when it comes with that, we didn't want to say the word pretty privilege, but we want to say aesthetically pleasing privileges. Sure. Because it's like, when you look better, your life is easier. When you are prettier, you get a privilege and or a luxury that someone that, not to say that they don't look good, that are average. And average is not really, we don't want to shun looks, but it's like, it's a thing. So I feel like for us to act like it's not something when we're talking about beauty standards is crazy because, life tends to be a certain amount of easier when you look good to the opposite sex and or to other people. Because it's like, we always say like, all my fucking friends are bad.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, oh yeah, I only hang out with good, like, fine niggas. Like, you know, like, you be like, oh, what's your friends look like? And if they got ugly friends, we laughing at these niggas. So it's like, we all want to be around good looking people. Like, and people always make note to let you know if you look good. They're not gonna tell you if you look bad. They're gonna tell their friends. But people always make note if you look good.
Okay. Yeah, I see pretty privilege as a thing. I think sometimes when you do look a certain way, you are afforded certain opportunities.
Do you feel like you have pretty privilege?
Yes, I do feel like I have pretty privilege.
So why are you trying to act so modest about like, I feel like this girl? Like,
I don't feel like I'm acting modest. Like I said, I do feel like I have pretty privilege because the reason why I feel that way because I always have my hand out. And I feel like if I didn't look a certain way, will niggas give me money like they do? I don't know if that would be
absolutely
a thing.
they wouldn't.
No. So it's like how I can just be like, oh, like even when we go out to like anywhere.
Yeah.
We sometimes leave with more money than we went out with, when we go out with. So it's like, yeah, I know it's a thing. And I hate that it's a thing. Like I hate that I'm aware of it. I just don't. I don't like
hate
it.
that as a thing because I'm going to use every advantage in life that I need to, just like a white person would.
Okay.
Because remember that one thing I said, as a white man, why are you homeless? You already have two things above all the other people.
Right.
You're white and you're a man.
That's
so why
true.
are you homeless?
Yeah, but it is a thing. And I know it's a thing because I know like even if I walk in a bitch sectionless, a nigga's going to invite me to his section. He going to give me his bottle and I'm going to drink it like it's mine. And he going to pay for my shit.
And I feel like I thrive off of the idea of knowing because I am attractive, I can get what I want. It's not that I lead with it, but I always make it very apparent I know why a man is talking to me. And I say to them, because I'm like, even yesterday, I was on the phone with, you know, the man I'm dating. And I asked him, I said, would you have talked to me if I wasn't good looking? Because I said,
absolutely not.
And that's what I told him. And he's like, well, I like your personality. I said, sir, you was not getting no fucking play from me. Like, I would barely call you back. I would nothing, but you kept fucking trying. Why'd you keep trying? I mean, I saw something there. What did you fucking see there? If we never,
fine.
That's what I'm saying. I said, call a spade a spade. He was like, nah. He's like, I really vibe with you. I said, when did you vibe with me? When did we have a chance to vibe? We've never had any given time to vibe because I wasn't giving you the time to vibe. I said, and I literally kept pressing him. I'm like, I said, so say it. He's like, no, I just think, you were great. I said, say it. And he wouldn't say it. So I had to literally keep saying, I said, if we're going to sit here and lie, let's lie about it. Cause I'm like, you only kept pressing me because you know I was good looking. I'm like, granted, I am a good person outside of being good looking, but initially you don't look at somebody's heart. It's like when we look at men, we don't look at them and say, oh my God,
look at their pockets.
Father. We look at their pockets.
Yeah.
Or like, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, all we have to do is show up and be pretty. We know that. So having substance is like, that's an extra sprinkle on top of it. But most men, like we keep saying, aesthetically are looking for something. And when you get that something and you know that, you can exploit it. But y'all need to be honest about that's what it is.
Men know they want men. There is not a single man in this world that will say he want to be with the ugly bitch. There is not a single man in this world.
Remember when we was out that one guy and he was like talking about how his friend knew that his girl was ugly, but he was like, I'm with her though. I'm with her.
Wait, what?
You don't remember when we went out?
No.
We'll talk about it.
He said he knew his girl was ugly?
No, his friend said that. Not him, but he said his friend
knew his girl was ugly.
Yeah.
Okay, some guys will be with an ugly bitch. But for the most part, no nigga wants to be with an ugly bitch. A nigga will be okay with a bitch being a bum bitch as long as she's fine.
Yeah. And that's why we get away with so much.
Yeah. And us, we even if you fine, you can't be a bum nigga.
You can't be a bum.
But you can be an ugly bum. You can be an ugly rich nigga.
You can be an ugly nigga with money, but you can't be a fine nigga with no money.
Yeah, you can't.
I said we got some type of priorities like shit.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like, well, we already got into it, but men and their beauty standard, what is that considered to you? Because I feel like when we said we looked it up, there was nothing.
There's nothing about men. I feel like men beauty standard comes with having money. The more money you have, the more attractive you tend to be. Like even last night, 2 nights ago, I was at work and this nigga left with 2 bitches. And he wasn't the most attractive man in the world, but this is the same nigga that gave me $200 for food that cost $22 and didn't ask for no change back. The nigga got money. So that is why you are able to leave with 2 bitches, even though looking like you do, because you have money.
I'm gonna say ugly niggas with money have the upper hand, and we know that.
Yeah,
we said that
beauty standard is having money.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's your end. But we always say it's not about money. But we're telling them
It's
you
about
get
money.
further when you have money. So what are we really promoting here?
Yeah, that niggas better have money. That's what we're saying. Like if you don't, that's okay too. But I'm just saying, if you want to get the bad bitch you feel like deserve, because all niggas feel like they deserve bad bitches.
They really do. All
have the money to get this bad bitch. And when you get this bad bitch, don't be mad when she's being a bad bitch, because you knew she was a bad bitch when you got her.
The fact.
But yeah, and then also I feel like guys' beauty standard, I guess your beard gotta connect. You know,
what?
Your beard gotta connect.
I'm correct.
Like that's the only little beauty standards they have. Like we don't fuck with niggas who got receding hairlines and beards that don't connect, and the niggas who got those taco chests. You know, the taco meat chest. I think those are 3 things that niggas can't have.
Okay, well for me also, I can say for me, for a man's beauty standard, for me, you have to be well groomed. I just
well groomed. Your beard gotta connect.
I don't like niggas that got like ingrown hairs. I don't like niggas that don't get haircuts. I don't like niggas that like have hair on their I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
Because we do so much to be aesthetically pleasing to y'all. Can y'all please just manscape a little bit? Like, just fake it a little bit. Because I just can't. Imagine just going down. Well, I can't imagine it because I'm not sucking dick. But imagine just going to suck a nigga's dick and he got a whole forest waiting for you. Like, you got to go through the line, the witch in the wardrobe to get to the fucking end goal.
Right.
And I mean, I hate that for y'all. Because I mean, I ain't doing that shit, so it don't matter to me.
So let's go into like the unrealistic beauty standards around the world that we looked up.
You mean ridiculous, not unrealistic?
Well, ridiculous. They are.
It's ridiculous. Because I'm gonna say they're not unrealistic. People still do them.
Yeah. So in the UK, women are obsessed with being super tan, like ridiculously tan, like black women tan, and it's just ironic because in India, tan skin is looked down upon them, but in the UK, they use spray tans, tanning beds, anything to darken their skin. 59% of women in the UK apply tanner at least 5 times a month.
That's not that bad. There's some bitches that do it 5 times a day.
What bitch tans 5 times a day?
Bitch,
bitch ain't got no job.
Bitch, in early 2000s, you remember when bitches used to get tans and then like, put the little hearts on the side, like when they would go outside? Like bitches used to try to be tan as hell in the early 2000s. Yeah. Tanning and tanning beds was like very high.
I know, but 5 times a month that's not a lot to you?
Putting tanning on?
No, going tanning 5 times a month. Going to a salon 5 times a month.
That's not a lot, because I know bitches that were doing that where I live.
That's like once a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew bitches that were doing that.
That's crazy.
And bitches be having fried ass like hair and have a tan for days.
Yeah.
Like white people don't even want to be white.
They don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
So another ridiculous beauty standard is in Jamaica. Women in Jamaica are obsessed with the desire to achieve a healthy look, which is a woman that is between 7 to 95 kilograms. I think that's what his kgs is. If it's not, y'all let me know. In Jamaica, there are special pills designed to get wider hips and bigger bottoms, known as the chicken pills. These are fed to chickens by farmers to make them grow faster. When I was on the phone with Sammy, we were like talking about like, why would someone want bigger hips if they don't have bigger hips? But they said, people always correlate bigger hips to saying that you can bear a child, like a healthy child, because you're able
childbearing hips.
Yeah. I hate that phrase. I don't want no childbearing hips. I want my hips.
I just want hips.
Shit, fuck them kids.
Why does everything we do relate to have kids? To have kids. Oh yeah, so you can have kids, you can have babies. Huh? I don't want no babies.
Shit, I just want to impregnate a nigga and leave him by himself. Can I do that once? I want to leave this nigga.
I wish a man can get pregnant. So in Venezuela, women in Venezuela are
Bro, I just feel like it's so funny. I'm like, Venezuela. You're like, Venezuela.
Venezuela? How do you pronounce Venezuela?
Like literally Venezuela. No, Venezuela. You're like Venezuela.
Venezuela?
And
I can't stop saying it. Okay. Women in Venezuela are obsessed with breast augmentation. It is popular in their culture at your 15th birthday. So I guess your quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
Short for quinceañera. Quince.
Bitch.
They get fake boobs at 15. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Because you ain't even done like developing.
And then you're giving your 15-year-old daughter fake breasts to what, attract older men? I don't know. What's the purpose of giving women bigger breasts if it's not to attract men? Honestly, it's not for babies, and
it's not to make women jealous of you, because most women don't want big breasts.
Yeah, we want medium size.
Exactly. So getting into what's popular for me in Brazil, a ridiculous beauty standard is women in Brazil are obsessed with a smaller breast and a round bottom. So when me and Samuel were talking, the only place that I'm really desirable considerably is Brazil, because that's just what they expect.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I don't know why people, when they get BBLs, they want to get their titties and their ass done, because they want the complete opposite. It says BBLs, which are Brazilian butt lifts.
Yeah.
Surgeries have become exceptionally famous and are practiced all around the world. But if you are doing it for Brazil, they want you to have a small chest, and they want the ratio to be like offset.
Yeah.
So we're doing BBLs all wrong. We walking around here like question marks and lowercase p's and highercase p's. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like people are getting Brazilian body lifts and liposuction.
Brazilian body lifts?
Brazilian body lift, BBL.
Brazilian butt lift.
But people get body lifts too, because like with the lipo and shit.
Okay.
Girl, you said Venezuela. You better leave me the fuck alone. Shit. Fuck you. Either way, people are getting BBLs left and right, but technically it's just like, because I remember when my friend, he went to...
he got a BBL?
No, he went there and he was like, I don't know where all these bitches are going and getting their BBLs, because the bitches here look great. So he's like, I don't know where they're going, because he went to Dominican and he was like, these bitches getting BBLs? He said, they not coming here because the bitches here look great. Mm-hmm. So they got a masterpiece because they've been starting it since the land before fucking time. So what are some things to overcome the
unrealistic beauty standards that we have? Focus on individuality. What the fuck makes you special as an individual? You know what makes me special individual? I got two voices in my head talking to me at the same damn time.
That makes you special, or does that make you crazy?
That makes me special as fuck.
Special ed or
special? I said it right the first time. Don't add no shit.
It's giving little boss. So another way to overcome these unrealistic beauty standards is to nourish your soul. Understand, you might be ugly to somebody, but you're good looking to someone.
What if you're ugly and you know you ugly? How do you be like, I'm beautiful, knowing that you're not?
How do you overcome that? Is you nourish your soul. If you are a good person, you're going to attract that into your life. If the only thing that the only thing that you care about is aesthetics, you're going to attract that kind of person that only looks at aesthetics. Yeah. So if you start being a really good person and start finding qualities and things about yourself that you like outside of your looks, you're going to end up where you need to be.
So do ugly people, like, can they be like, I'm beautiful? Like they're allowed to love themselves.
Absolutely.
And feel like they're beautiful.
You are absolutely allowed to love yourself as full as you need to.
So how come when ugly people are like, I'm beautiful on social media, or they say good things about themselves, they're like, people are so quick to turn them down, be like, oh, you not cute.
We feel entitled to opinions that are not ours. The thing is, the only people that feel like bringing someone down is because they don't feel good about themselves. If someone feels like they look better than someone else, they make sure they let people know they look better than them.
Because when I see ugly people say they're beautiful, I let them
live in their fantasy. If I don't think they're attractive, it's not my business to say I don't. Like even Lupita, I didn't even want to say I don't think she's that attractive, but I don't. And it's like, I shouldn't get shunned for feeling she's not attractive. But am I going to go on her page and tell her
she's ugly?
No, I'm not going to do that. But if we're talking about realistically, I feel like y'all were just doing it for a trend. I feel like y'all absolutely were doing it for a fucking trend. Yeah. Y'all weren't doing it because y'all genuinely feel like she's pretty. Because there's multiple women in the world that looks like Lupita that don't get the same attention because they don't have as much money or access.
Yeah, 100%. Another one is be allies with other women, because other bitches gonna tell you a bad bitch. Like, you need your community of bad bitches to remind you a bad motherfucking bitch. So I feel like that's how I get my bad bitchness, because my bitches tell me I'm bad bitches.
You don't believe us though.
I believe y'all.
I compliment you all the time, and you barely even say thank you when I compliment you.
Because because love language is not words about.
But you can't even say thank you, bitch.
I said thank you today.
Did you?
I did. I said thank you when you complimented me.
Because I compliment y'all. I say this all the time. I compliment Samly so much. She never compliments me. It's cool.
I did compliment you today.
No, you didn't.
I told you look nice in your brown.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did when you walked in.
I don't recall that.
Girl, did I not tell that girl she looked nice in her brown?
Yeah.
Right. Well, see, I feel like it's because I'm so used to telling you compliments. You don't tell me compliments. And Grant, I don't need them back. But I'm just saying, I'm like, I compliment you so much. And you're just like, Okay.
I literally complimented you today and you didn't even realize it.
Exactly, because I feel like I'm always the one that compliments you.
I feel like you feel that way, but when I compliment you, you don't even realize it.
I don't realize it because I'm the one. I'm always the sender because I want you to know because I know how you feel. Like you're like I'm like you know what? I'm gonna make words hers. Even though
I tell you a bad bitch too. You just don't hear it.
I don't hear it. I do not.
So
me and my homegirls can hear it again though.
You look great in your brown.
And you look good as fuck, bitch.
Period.
And do. Okay. So another way you can overcome these unrealistic beauty standards is change the negative beliefs that you have about your self-image. If you feel like your ass is not big enough, don't think your ass is not that big enough because what are you comparing it to?
Because I still be twerking with my little ass. You can't tell me shit.
And she do. Like, same like my ass game. Like, oh, I think my butt game. I said, no, it's not. But it's okay. I said, twerk that shit. You know? I'm like,
it be moving though. It be moving.
It do what it need to do. But yeah, once you release the negativity that you have with certain aspects of your appearance, you're gonna be better off because I feel like if you're always comparing your hips to a Kardashian or comparing your lips to me, it's hard. It's really fucking hard.
Okay, so let's get some other questions.
Yep.
If you were to wake up and be anyone else, who would it be?
If I was to wake up and be anyone else. The first thing I thought was, I woke up Chris Breezy. Oh my God, I'm the man. But no, if I was to wake up and be anyone else, does it matter like race or
it don't matter. Who would it be?
I want to say, oh, whose life do I cherish? Damn. I want to be Lori Harvey.
Okay, that's a good one.
Just to play niggas.
You can play niggas to be anyone.
I know, but I feel like how she does it, she don't speak back to us. Or Beyonce, but everyone wants to be Beyonce. So I feel like you got, like, I can't want to be someone that everyone else is. I'll be in line. I'll have to wait.
Okay.
So, no, Kelly Rowland. That bitch is cute.
Okay. So you choose Kelly Rowland? That's what you want to be?
No, Tiana Taylor, because her husband is fine and her family's like, Tiana Taylor. Final answer.
Tiana Taylor.
Final answer.
Okay.
Who would you choose?
Rihanna.
Not only do you want to be her pet, but you want to be her.
I want to be her. I love her. I love her life. Rihanna's my fucking background. I love Rihanna.
I want to say, and I mean, A$AP is not bad looking either, though. So
I would not make A$AP my baby daddy.
He's good looking.
I don't think A$AP is attractive.
I absolutely find him attractive.
He's that pretty motherfucker, but I really don't find him attractive at all.
Yeah, if I was Rihanna, I would probably have kids with Meek Mill.
What? He's even uglier.
No, he's not.
Girl, Meek Mill looks like doo-doo.
Bitch, fuck you. Okay. Do you have any advice for someone that is struggling with beauty standards?
Absolutely not, because I'm struggling too. So I can't give you no advice on something I'm struggling in. What I'm going to tell you is listen to your heart when she's calling for you. Do what you can do, because bitch, I can't give you no advice. I'm in the same boat as you.
I think the advice is just, wake up every day and give yourself affirmation, because we just said last week the power of the tongue is so strong. Mm-hmm. So I feel like once you arrive at where you need to be, you will understand that you are perfectly made. And surgery does not fix insecurities.
It does not. So
it's like, live it up, bitch. Mm-hmm. Okay, next question.
My next question to you is, if you could fuck two guys in one night, who would it be?
Michael B. Jordan and Iman Strumpet.
Okay.
Strumpet, whatever his fucking... That nigga. Because that's why I want to be Tiana Taylor. Mm-hmm. I think her nigga's fine. He ugly fine nigga.
He ugly fine.
He is so ugly fine. Mm-hmm. Lord Jesus, Michael bust that pussy open. Jordan is always going to be on the top of my list. Oh, George Washington. George
Washington.
George David. George. What? Denzel Washington's son. Denzel Washington's son.
I thought you were talking about the first president of the United
I don't remember his name. Is it? I think John Dave Washington.
Okay.
Not the nigga with wooden teeth, nigga.
But he didn't have wooden teeth. That was a lie. It was slave teeth.
I believe it. I fucking believe it.
It was slave teeth. But
John David Washington. Shit,
the two niggas
I'll do all three of them.
At the same time would be Burna Boy and Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah, who is that?
He's a politician comedian, I guess. You know who Trevor Noah is? Light-skinned South African.
The British guy?
He's from South Africa.
LOL. That's hilarious. Now she wanted to fuck him.
You don't think Trevor Noah's fine? He's so smart.
Neither of them are cute. We don't have the same taste, so that's
Burna Boy is fine as hell. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Ain't shit burning over here.
Burna Boy is fine.
My last question is: any beauty standard that you accept?
Being black. That's a beauty standard.
That is a great beauty standard.
Yeah. I am a standard. Being my fine black self is a standard. So yeah, that's what I accept.
Think a beauty standard that I accept, I don't know why I do. I think someone with like a little miniature gap. I think that's just kind of cute. I like it. I don't know.
That's not a beauty standard, girl. No one says miniature gaps.
Some people do like gaps. Gaps are.
Who? Where?
There are some places that actually, like in Africa, where they like make their teeth. I'm gonna find it because we're gonna do research because gaps are cute in some places. I used to hate gaps, but I think gaps are kind of cute now. I don't want it to be like extremely gap. I just want it to be like, you know?
No.
Because them big ass chicken teeth that people be getting, them little monkeypox teeth that everyone got. Like,
what is monkeypox teeth?
The teeth that you get that look like Gucci Mane. Y'all went somewhere to get them teeth like that, and you came back.
What does it to do with monkeypox?
Because
what is Gucci Mane?
I literally saw this post.
Have to do with
Justin LeBoy told me that y'all niggas went out of the country to get them fucking big ass teeth, and y'all brought monkeypox with y'all.
Okay,
so that's why
that's where monkeypox came from.
Yep, the big ass teeth.
The big ass teeth,
not the BBLs. The big ass teeth.
Okay.
So thank y'all.
Yeah.
Follow us on this journey about beauty standards. We're still learning. We're still loving. We're still trying to understand what it is, what our beauty standards are, what we accept, what we don't accept, what is okay and socially acceptable, because we're still getting through it. Because my hair been sticking up and I'm over here doing very Eurocentric hair, but I'm feeling my fantasy. So we're going to live in this for like the next 2 weeks. And how are you feeling right now?
I feel like if you haven't already, follow us on all social media networks at The Real Sip and Spilled, everything except Twitter,
which is Sip and Spilled 1.
And give us a 5-star rating. Give me some 5-star bitches. Oh.
I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea.